Hello, this is a video tutorial on our final activity of the semester. It's Unit 5 culminating activity, and it revolves around our portfolio assignment. And so as you'll see, our portfolio assignment should be submitted by Friday, June 18th. It's worth 60 marks, which is more marks than any of the assignments we've done this semester. But most importantly, it's going to be 20% of your final grade. So this is replacing our final exam. It was intended to be half of our final exam, but we'll use it for the entirety of the exam because we're not able to come into class and have the exam in class. So throughout the semester, you have reflected on various ideas and skills related to the course, and hopefully you've saved those reflections as portfolio entries. At this point, you should have completed 6 portfolio entries in Units 1, 2, 3, and 4. In this final web page for the course here, in Unit 5, there will be 2 more, as you'll see below here. Portfolio entry 7 and portfolio entry 8. So we'll use those to wrap up the course, and you'll add those to the 6 that you already have and submit them all as your portfolio. Just some important reminders here. Each of your portfolio entries should follow these requirements. So they should be titled according to the particular entry's number. So portfolio entry number 1, portfolio entry number 2, etc. there. You should have a minimum of 10 sentences. In some cases, you may likely have gone over 10 sentences, and that's fine. But to answer each of the questions fully, you should have at least 10 sentences. You should focus on the intended topic. It's, of course, very important that you're answering the question that was given and that you're not going off topic. It's important that you include specific supporting examples, and in many cases that's using examples from your own life or from your own experiences, because the portfolio is meant to be your chance to write kind of free writing in a sense about your own opinions and your own ideas. The portfolio entries do not have structures like specific paragraph structure or specific essay structure, but you do have to make sure that you are on topic, that you support yourself with examples, and that you write at least 10 sentences. Lastly, each of your portfolio entries need to be written in your own words using your own opinions and ideas. All of the portfolio questions were meant for you to write about your own opinions and your own ideas on different things that we looked at this semester. I don't want to see, and I can't grade material that's been taken from other websites. You need to write your own opinion in your own voice and in your own words. So it's important that that element of the portfolio is met, that you're writing about yourself and giving me your own thoughts. Okay? All right, what else do we have here? Well, portfolio 7 and 8, the 2 new ones in Unit 5. Number 7 asks, because of COVID-19 and the nature of hybrid courses, most students completed this entire course outside of the classroom. Some of you were coming in at least occasionally during the first few months of the semester, but many of you completed the entire course online from your home or certainly from outside of school. So I'd like you to consider the differences between learning online and learning in a classroom and answer the following question. Do you, and this is again a personal opinion, do you prefer to learn around other people in a structured environment, such as a classroom, or do you prefer to learn on your own in an unstructured environment, such as online in your home? There's certainly no right or wrong answer, but I'm curious to know. Do you think you would have been more successful if we had have stayed in class, or did you prefer being able to do everything from home? You need to fully explain your opinion and give me at least 3 specific examples from your own learning experiences in this course to support whether you prefer classroom learning or at-home learning. And then, as always, it needs to be at least 10 sentences. And then our final one, portfolio entry number 8, it says, for our final portfolio entry, you will reflect on your time in this course or your time at St. Michael's. Choose one of the following 2 questions. So please don't answer both. You only have to answer one. Okay. The primary purpose of the ENG4C English grade 11 course, grade 12 course, is to allow you to practice and improve your reading and writing skills before moving on to post-secondary education or the workforce. How have your reading and writing skills improved this semester? Provide at least 3 specific examples from the content or assignments in this course to support your points. So I'd like you to reflect on essentially everything we've done this semester, the readings and the assignments, and to explain what you think you've learned in terms of reading and writing, and to give me specific examples. Okay, so that's one option. If you prefer, you can do number 2 instead. It says, for many students in this course, this will be your last semester at St. Michael's. Many times, grade 12 English is the last course that students need in order to get their diploma, right? So I know many of you will be moving on to hopefully bigger and better things after this semester ends. So how will the credits or the diploma you earned at St. Michael's help you in the future, either academically, professionally, or personally? Provide at least 3 specific personal examples to support your points. So again, you're using specific examples from your own life. You're reflecting on your time here at St. Michael's and your time in this grade 12 English course, and you're explaining how this is going to help you in the future, whether that be academically, moving on to post-secondary, whether that be professionally with your job, or whether that be personally in some way. Again, the portfolio entry needs to be at least 10 sentences. All right, now after you've taken care of the 2 new portfolio entries in Unit 5, you'll see a list, a complete list of all of the portfolio entries that we've done this semester. So starting from portfolio entry number 1, going all the way back to Unit 1. If you want, there is a link to each of the activities where the portfolio was found, so you can go back and you can reread the material. So for example, in entry number 1, you were asked to comment on your listening and speaking skills. Well, if you want to go back and look at the listening and speaking skills that were discussed in Unit 1 Activity 3, you can just click on the link. Okay, and so you'll see a link back to the activities for each of our portfolio entries. And yeah, so that's all 8 right there. In terms of how you'll be graded, the portfolio is your culminating activity. At least 1 entry was completed in each unit, so it represents your work throughout the entire semester. You must submit a portfolio. It counts as your final exam, so it's a requirement that you submit the portfolio, and it is worth 20% of your final grade, so it is the biggest assignment of the semester. The way the mark scheme will be broken up here, there's 16 marks for application. So were the entries complete? Were they on topic? Were they at least 10 sentences? So did you complete the assignment and was everything on topic? Essentially, it is worth 16 marks. Secondly, for thinking, I'll evaluate the depth of the content, the originality, and the quality of your explanation. So did you fully explain yourself? Did you show that you put thought into each portfolio entry and explain yourself well? In terms of knowledge, I'll be looking at the quality of your specific examples and the details that you used from both the course and from the real world or from your own life. You'll notice in every portfolio entry, you're asked to include specific examples, either from something that we were looking at in class, or from your own life, or from the real world in some way. So I'll always be looking to see if you've backed yourself up with examples. And then lastly, your communication. I will check, as always, your spelling, your sentence structure, your punctuation. So that's worth 12 marks. You add that together and you get 60. Okay. Once you've revised and proofread your 8 portfolio entries and you're happy with them, you can move on to the Dropbox. And the Dropbox is right in the assignment. So if we click on assignment, you'll see the portfolio Dropbox. And as always, you can just click on the Dropbox link, and it'll take you right into the Dropbox, and you can submit all 8 portfolio entries. So once again, you're submitting all 8 portfolio entries at one time. Make sure that you do consult again the requirements and the mark scheme and the content before you submit them. And if possible, I'd like you to submit all of the entries as one document. It makes it a lot easier for me to grade if it's one document instead of 8 different separate documents. Just to show you what I mean, just to make it clear what I mean by one document, or maybe the easiest way to put together your portfolio is if I just go to a Google Doc here, and I've shown many of you this throughout the semester already, but what I would suggest is have one page for portfolio entry number 1, my listening skills are and my speaking skills are. That was our first one. So you'd answer the question here in at least 10 sentences, and then you can just move down to page 2 and do portfolio entry number 2. And then page 3 becomes portfolio entry number 3, and you can keep it all in one document instead of submitting 8 different documents. Okay. If you have any questions about the portfolio assignment, please let me know.